Welcome to episode 14 of What's That Bird? On What's That Bird, even 1x1 pixel images are identifiable. And we might need that skill today because we have one of the toughest challenges yet. It's another bird from Hungary. Let's take a look. Yes indeed, this is quite a challenge. If it were just for this picture, I would probably consider this a lost cause. But luckily, our source gave us 3 clues. Aside from this flight image, we also have tracks and feathers. But even with these 3 clues, it's going to be a major challenge. Let us start out with the bird tracks. Notice that next to the tracks, there are some tire marks. How wide is a tire? Let's go and measure one. I'm trying to be very conservative in my measurement because I want a lower bound for the size of the bird. So let's just say this tire is about 6 inches wide, or about 15.24 centimeters. Now we can analyze the picture. First, we measure the angle made by the horizontal with the parallel line to the tire track. Subtracting this from 90 degrees tells us how to form the perpendicular to properly measure the width of the tire track. We get 15.33 degrees. Now that we found the width of the tire track in pixels and we have the width of a tire, we can calculate that there are about 0.0229 centimeters per pixel. This allows us to calculate the length of the bird's toe. Since this toe is 255.1 pixels, this gives us 5.8 centimeters for the length of the outer toe. I would say that this is a good lower bound, showing us that this bird is indeed quite large. So which birds in Europe can be seen with very large toes? Actually, we have to be a little careful because large toes don't always mean the bird is very large. For example, the comb-crested jacana in Australia has massive toes, but it's not a very large bird. Therefore, I erred on the side of caution and listed a few birds with somewhat large toes but of modest size. But these are birds of Europe. Which ones can actually be seen in Hungary? Because the first clue is a large flock, we can not only eliminate the ones that cannot be seen in Hungary, but also we can eliminate the rare ones. Well, the American bittern and striated heron are very rare, the reef egret is also rare and likes coastal habitats, the glossy ibis is the wrong color and also very rare, and I don't think we have to say much about the flamingo. The red-knobbed coot can only really be seen in Spain and northern Africa, and similarly for the swampfin. Now what about the demoiselle crane? Yes, it has been seen in Hungary, but it's unlikely that we would see such a large group of them. But now we have to go back to the clues. Look at the feathers. They are large and indicate a whitish-gray plumage. On the other hand, rails are darker, and in general, these birds just don't look like rails. Let us also eliminate the other birds whose coloring is just too different from these feathers. These feathers also show that this bird must have some dark gray on it. Let us eliminate the birds that do not have dark gray on them. Only 7 possibilities remain. Oops, I forgot to eliminate the cattle egret, which is also mostly white. Now, we seem to be making progress. Let's take a look at the night heron in flight. The night heron is a fairly compact, bulbous-looking bird. It's not as slender as the one in the pictures. A similar logic can be applied to the squawko heron. Let's consult the identification guide. I noticed something I did not notice before. Both the white stork and the black stork have white and black on them, but they don't seem to have any gray. So I think it's unlikely that our mystery bird is either the white stork or the black stork. At last, we have reduced our mystery to 2 possibilities. In order to discover the ultimate truth, let's go back to the first clue. What can we say from this individual? It does look like both the head and the feet are extended well past the wings. In the field guide, we see that is more characteristic of the common crane, which extends its head out when it is flying. On the other hand, the gray heron tucks its head in much closer to its body. Based on all these clues, I'm going to say that these birds are common cranes. However, because we had to make quite a few educated guesses, I'm going to give this assessment a probability rating of 80%. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you again next time.